I'm surviving 100 days stranded on this raft in the middle of the ocean with nothing but a fishing rod and maybe a stick. I'll transform this raft into an epic base with every survival need and take on both bosses of Minecraft. This is 100 days stranded on a raft in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Let's try not to die. This is my home for the next 100 days. I'll give you a quick tour of the raft. We have 2 empty barrels and a crafting table. That's it. But most importantly, I have a fishing rod, so I will be able to get some food. And what really makes this challenge possible is the fishing loot pool. There's one item that I need more than any other. It's not that impressive of an item either, but it's going to kickstart this entire world. An enchanted fishing rod with Unbreaking 3. Although it has no durability, so it's not too helpful right now. But if I can somehow get my hands on an anvil, we could turn that into something. Ooh, a lily pad. Let's just expand our base. There we go. Eventually we'll have a base to be proud of, but right now this is it for the expansion. The sun is setting. No monsters will be able to spawn up here, but I will have to worry about drowns. Let's go ahead and fish. Luck of the sea, yes! I'm getting plenty of food, which will be helpful in the future, but right now it's not the most helpful just because I won't be taking any damage or running, so my hunger bar will stay full. Our first enchanted book, we got Feather Falling 4 and Density 4. Leather boots! My first armor. String, that's actually very helpful. For 1, I can use this string to eventually craft another fishing rod, and for 2, if I get enough string, I can craft a bed, assuming I have wood. It does look like there's some land off in the distance, but I'm 99% sure, yeah, as I get closer, it just disappears. We really are stranded out here. There's 2 drowns down there. One of them has a trident. Leather, that can be useful. No animals are going to spawn out here, but I'm not quite sure what I will need that for. We've made it to sunrise, and I have a decent amount of loot. I wonder what I should do today. I spent the rest of the day fishing and really didn't have anything to show for it. My fishing rod's at half health, and I still don't have what I need. This journey can end before it even has a chance to begin. Welcome to the team, Boz MC. Maybe it'll bring me some luck on this upcoming day. I've been fishing for 40 minutes straight, and I feel like I'm caught in a trance. I can't look away. I guess I can begin to put these barrels to use as I have a full inventory of random loot. Let's continue fishing again. Ooh, what did I get? Oh, wow, wow. Oh yes, another fishing rod. That's perfect. This one actually has health, unlike the enchanted ones. And the timing couldn't have been better because the one I'm using right now is almost donezo. Oh, it has mending, and you get a bunch of XP from this. So all I have to do is just fish, and I can infinitely go with this one. What the? Oh no. He just has to have a trident. If that drown comes for me, I'm done. Phantoms are gonna start to come out either tonight or tomorrow night, and I have nothing. I can't stay underwater for obvious reasons. Oh no. I think my only choice is to break apart my raft. I have 8 blocks. If they start to spawn tonight, I think I just have to box up. I'm not on hardcore, but I am on hard difficulty, and I really am trying not to die. A deathless 100 days is one of the goals. I'll just continue to fish, and if phantoms do come out, I'll just use these 8 blocks. It's raining for the first time these 100 days. I'm not sure if that increases anything. I'm still just waiting for one specific item. It's the only thing that can push this world further. Another day goes by where I fall back into hypnosis with minimal success, but on the bright side, there weren't any phantoms. Bamboo is the one thing I need to progress, as that's the only way I'll be able to get wood while I'm out here. I haven't got any yet, but I do think if I use this Luck of the Sea 2 fishing rod, I will get what I want. But in order to actually use this, I'm going to need some iron, and for that, I need to use this low wood supply to craft the pick, and go mining the only place I can right under our raft. Now to do this, I'm going to have to grab some gravel and sort of box myself in. I won't be able to dig unless I'm not underwater. I think getting some dirt from right over there will be better. I should only need 12 or so blocks, but since I'm already here, I can grab a bit more. Look at our lonely raft. It's all we have out here. There is an extra piece of wood right under, so I do have 4 more planks. Thank you very much. As far as torches go, I think I just have to break this even more. And after I go down 2 blocks, I'll be able to stop the water. What is our raft coming to? I need to craft a stone pick before I continue. My wood supply is running low. We've made it into a cave. This initial pocket isn't too big, but it does branch off. I need 31 pieces of iron for the anvil. Wooden pick, you've served us well. We're halfway there, but now I have to head into the more dangerous part of the cave. Oh no, this is all I can do. Of course, the first zombie we find has to have full gold armor. Ooh, an upgraded pair of boots. I'd love to get out of here before coming across any other monsters, and it looks like I just might be able to. And the last thing I'll get before I leave is this this coal, so I don't have to break any more of my raft. There we go. 31 iron. And now the anvil. Unbreaking 3, luck of the sea 2, and mending. Hopefully we can get some bamboo. So far, I've only caught fish. I have a pretty safe fishing hole. Now I can go through the night without being bothered, and I guess I can just fall back into the trance. After an entire day of fishing, I move forward and upgrade my rod, followed by another day of just this, only to make another upgrade. Back to fishing again. This fishing rod is not helping me. I've been fishing for roughly 4 hours since the start of this video, and you can't actually catch bamboo. At least not in the middle of the ocean. To fish for bamboo, you need to be in a jungle biome. How'd that get there? Let's just say when I got stranded out on this island, I had 1 piece of bamboo and 1 fishing rod. I've thrown out so much loot and both barrels are completely full. But having this means I have wood, so I can actually start to progress. I don't believe I've heard any phantoms. I haven't been attacked because I was covered up, but I didn't even hear any. So maybe they can't come out on the ocean? Let's begin the expansion. I won't activate cheats again. I really just want to play through this challenge. I'll need so much bamboo for this base, so I can begin with a temporary spot for the farm. Now, the only way I'll be able to sleep is if I get 12 string, and I've only gotten 7 so far. That being said, it's time to fish again. Wait, I don't even actually need the fish. I can just go back down into the cave and take out some spiders. I don't mind crafting another crafting table just because I now have a supply of wood. I completely forgot about this iron. I could have just used this instead, but there's an iron pick as well as an iron sword. Let's head back down to the cave. Oh no. Oh no. No, swim. I can't get out. There is no way. Oh, I spawned under my raft. Oh, he's stuck in the wall. Good. No, he's not. Let me out. Wow. Okay, so much for going deathless. Okay, I got my sword. There we go. Let's try that again, shall we? Oh, look, diamonds. There's a bunch of monsters, but none of them are spiders. What? Oh, not again. Oh, how did I survive? A lush cave. Diamonds are always nice. Now that I think of it, I can actually get some seeds. One of the few possible ways for me to get them. I can finally use this crafting table and start smelting some of this iron. 16 days in, and I finally have a full set of iron armor. I was going to craft another pick, but I don't have any sticks. And this pickaxe is pretty much done for. I haven't seen a single spider. I may be better off fishing for the remaining 5 string. Let's get back to the raft. The bamboo has grown a bit. Right now, everything I get will just be replanted. In the meantime, I'll go back to fishing. 20 minutes went by with no such luck, so I'm now back in the cave on the spider hunt. No string? At least there's another diamond. Is there a spawner nearby? There isn't, but we do have even more diamonds. Spiders! There's a pretty solid chance just from these 2 I can get the 5 string I need. No, I can't even pick it up yet. Ow. Don't die down here. Let's take some time and heal up. An enchanted iron sword. Oh, he dropped it. My string did not despawn, but the other spider did. There's a mine shaft. The amount of good loot I can get is so limited since I'm stranded in the ocean. This can really change things. I have 12 string, and to be honest, I don't want to explore much more right now. I don't even have cooked food. This is something we can come back to later on. Now to swim back home. There's the raft. We have even more bamboo and a total of 17 diamonds. I don't have the wood to craft the bed, but I have the wool. 9 bamboo to craft a block of bamboo, and with this, I can get 2 planks. I can even craft some blue wool, and on day 18, I will be able to sleep for the very first time. Yay! Now to just continue replanting what I already have. Let's get some more dirt. Whilst I wait for all this to grow, I'm going to start fishing again. Mainly for some XP, and it's really the only thing I can do until phase 3. For 3 days, all I did was fish and plant more bamboo. Fishing is a productive way to pass the time as I wait for growth, mainly to gain XP as I already have so much random loot. It may look like I have enough bamboo, but I definitely don't. This is what those 4 days amounted to. On the bright side, I can start crafting some chests because my inventory has been killing me, and that's with throwing out most of what I get. I'll gather as much dirt as these 2 shovels allow me to. My main goal right now is really to just get enough bamboo. 9 pieces equal 2 planks. Pretty soon this will be more organized and I'll have the bamboo in another spot, but right now it's really just about getting this planted. I'll leave 1 block on the outside empty, that way less falls into the water and so I can actually walk around. I'm may never fish again after this video. It's day 30 and I'm level 36. Just from fishing, I've gotten so many good enchanted books, and that's why I wanted to get all this XP. I have 17 diamonds and I know exactly what they're going to. Sharpness 3, looting 3, protection 3, and protection 4. If I got a fortune book, I would have used that, but I don't have one. And I know using up all my diamonds isn't the greatest idea, but we can always go mining again. This is all the wood I was able to gather in that time. I'll begin to really move forward with our base, and I'm going to expand it off in this direction. Since I don't have much wood, let's use slabs. You can place blocks under lily pads and then it looks as if you set the lily pad on a block. At least with the slab, I think if it was a full block, yeah. The bamboo is going to act as a pathway. It can even curve out in some spots. In fact, I think I should try to make this a more perfectly round shape. So I will craft an axe and start over. The upgraded raft will be 40 by 40, but it's going to have the corners cut out because it's going to be a circle. There's an easy way to make perfect pixel circles, and that's just going to a pixel circle generator, just to make sure you get it right. Now that I have this plus in shape, I can just go through and follow the edges. Pretty soon I'll make a proper border. I just want to get the layout done first. The hardest part may actually end up being putting blocks on the kelp by accident. I did mess up early on, so I had to break this first layer, but we now have it in place. There is one way that we can get grass, and that's with the moss. Normally stranded on the ocean, there would be no way, but because we found the lush cave, we can actually do something with it. And if this isn't large enough, I can always expand it. Let's craft some more picks, and it's time to go mining once more, but before I leave, let's gather this bamboo. We finally have enough space for my friend to spawn. Welcome to my raft. Unfortunately, he Last thing before I leave, I will cook up some fish. We're a third of the way through and haven't eaten any cooked food. Back to the mine shaft we go. I made this little pillar just so I knew exactly where I needed to go. I must get coal along with everything else. Like this gold. I didn't have the durability to grab any earlier. As much as I love to save deep slate coal, I just can't afford to do so right now. The raft life is a struggle. Heading back into the cave is also a pretty solid idea just to get some more diamonds. On my way back home, I can stop at the lush cave to grab the moss for some greenery back at our base. Because of my current situation, I'm actually going to mine dirt while I'm down here, and I really don't mind using this 1 diamond for a diamond shovel. Without having aqua affinity and respiration, it just takes so long, and this dirt paired with the moss will give me the greenery I want. Any dirt I come across, I must mine. Why do both of you have armor? A geode! Some of these blocks can go on our raft. I haven't been able to find any other diamonds. Besides this one, this is a great spot to start getting some obsidian. Oh, he dropped a potato, yes! I can now plant 2 separate crops. The final diamond I need. Now I can grab the obsidian. Perfect. Before I can go back, I need to sit and wait, because it takes quite some time to heal in Bedrock. I've made it to the ocean on a rainy night. The updated look at our raft. I only have 1 spare diamond, which is a little unfortunate, but I got a decent amount of everything else. Besides, of course, the moss. And dirt, now that I think of it. I'll stick to using wood to smelt everything because coal is such a rarity. It's the only way I can get light. Well, this could have been a lot worse. That's right, the last time I came back up, it was from the mine shaft. So I didn't have to pile up like the previous times. Moss is something that you can bone meal, so I don't need to grab too much because I have plenty of bones. Maybe I don't need dirt. If you just bone meal moss next to any block, does that turn the surrounding blocks into... Yes, it does. So I don't actually need to continue to gather dirt. This moss plus bone meal is all I need. I can use any other block. Well, that makes things a bit easier. I can already leave, but real quick, I'll mine stone until this pick breaks. Instead of getting up and down how I've been doing it, I can actually just craft some ladders. This way I won't have to break through each time. The pathway doesn't need to be perfectly centered like this, so I'm going to break out the entirety of it minus the very center, just so I know exactly where it's at. Using iron tools feels so nice. Now to fill this entire circle in with cobblestone. It won't take too long to place what blocks I have. That's everything for now. I think that was 3, maybe 4 stacks, and I only got maybe a 1/4 of the way. What I can then do is does it have to be surrounded like... Oh no. It doesn't work with cobblestone, but it does with... What? When it connected to the deep slate, it was regular deep slate, not cobbled deep slate. I'm in a separate creative world, and it seems like that's what's going on. As you'll see here, the deep slate will turn the stone, but it will not affect the cobbled variant. So I need silk touch or just a bunch of dirt. There's a lot of efficiency, mending, but there is no silk touch. I could also gather a bunch of stone and then smelt it, but I think I'm better off just gathering dirt. Efficiency 4 and mending. On my pick, I can also put efficiency 4 and unbreaking 3, and I will follow that with gathering some dirt. I'm probably going to need around 12 to 15 stacks. The sun is setting, no respiration made that a little inconvenient, but on the bright side, I wasn't bothered by many drowns. I got 12 stacks exactly. Well, 12 stacks and 2, but still. Before I place everything, I should at least check if this works. Bone meal it, and yes! Placing like this is fast, and it doesn't allow the kelp to interfere. It took exactly 11 stacks to get halfway. So after I place this, I need to gather 10 more. My shovel does not have the health to do so. Fishing for XP is good, but it's not like great when you have to switch tools. It only gets maybe half of the XP that I get. My shovel is healthy enough to get those 10 stacks, and while I fished, I got a pretty nice book. I'll probably just use it for the Prot 3. It's day 41 and all the dirt is in place. Now to give it some life. I do have another stack of bone meal I could craft if I end up needing it, and I will. I don't want it to be super messy, so I will go through and get rid of everything on this top layer. I'll do so with shears, that way I can use this grass later on. So I don't end up breaking the wrong blocks, I'll just go through like a lawnmower. Because if I go too fast, this happens. I think I've been making this harder than it has to be. Yeah, gosh darn it. The water method is only slightly faster than the lawnmower method. This entire raft doesn't need to be just one layer. Next up, I'll be expanding the border. That'll start with me just going around the entirety of the outside with another layer of slabs. And then outside of these will be a layer of calcite. I think this white outline is really gonna help. And to make it stand out even more, I want to use some deep slate, but that's all I have. This is the most that's grown so far. How I'm gonna gather deep slate is by strip mining. I could really use some more diamonds, and of course I want the deep slate. I may not come down here too much, but I do have a staircase just in case. I haven't even made it all the way down yet, and I found my first diamonds. I mined for 2 days and only placed torches when I found diamonds. I have no more coal, and it's not the easiest to get when the caves are mainly deep slate due to this vast ocean. Deep slate tile walls will go around the white border. This secondary raft is far from being done. There's still a lot I want to add on this outside, and of course a lot to do on the actual build. With these diamonds, I'll craft a pair of boots and a helmet, plus an axe and shovel. I'm doing this because it's time to add some enchantments to this gear. There we go, and the last of my levels will go to that. I still need to heal my shovel and enchant this axe, plus give life to Bow's MC. Thanks to the mine shaft, I have some string, and it'll cost 25 levels to heal this bow. You know what that means. It's a great XP farm, and there's something about it that brings me in. Sharpness 4. I could actually get these 2 emeralds, and I'm going to just so I can get 16 spruce logs. I do need to cook up some more food. 49 days in, and I don't even have a house yet, and I think the perfect spot for my home is in this back corner. But real quick, I should harvest the bamboo. It'll begin with a deep slate outline, something that just takes up some space in this corner. Actually, it should be polished, and in total, it'll go up 4 blocks. Up top, I want there to be more moss, so I need to gather more dirt. It's a mess right now, but trust me, it'll all come together. This was almost 5 stacks of dirt, and I got maybe halfway. It does pull off a bit in the back, but I do have a plan for that. I need more dirt. Every normal world I play, I always have too much, but of course, in this one, I don't have enough. There we go, I'll worry about making it moss later. Right now, it's finally time to build. Since I don't have much spruce, I'm only going to use it on this first layer. Each split is 5 blocks, but I think it should be 7. So now it's just a bit bigger. In fact, I can use these last 7 blocks to bring this up 1 more. As I build in the background, I'll also smelt some sand. The corner pillars will be out of this. I have a pretty hefty supply. Before I do anything else, I'll put on the frame. And for that, I should have a water bucket as well as some stairs. Instead of using the regular bamboo, I can use these ones. For the upper roof, what I can do is just go up 2 more blocks, and then from there, I can just add another layer. There's the initial layout of the house. One way I could break the roof up is if I just randomly placed in some regular bamboo stairs and make this part of the wall more deep slate than bamboo. The walls are very simple, just deep slate bamboo and the glass. And finally, I'll go through and detail this build. My raft now has a home. Next up, I need to make a proper staircase. This first one is with regular stairs, and the second is with slabs. I only have 3 torches left. I don't have any bones, so I can't make it moss up top just yet, but I do have a plan for that. Our bamboo supply is looking pretty healthy. The floor on the interior was a bit overpowering, so I did mix in some of these blocks. Day 59, let's head to the nether. I was going to craft golden apples, but I don't have any apples, so let's just hope things don't get too challenging in there. The portal for now can go in this front corner, and I won't build the outside structure just yet. I have spawned in a pretty safe location. First things first, let me take a picture of these coordinates, and we may be under a soul sand valley, which was a biome I wanted to find for the bones for the bone meal. This way, once I This way, once I get enough dirt, I will be able to have infinite moss. Finding the fortress immediately is so lucky. I do have looting 3, so there's a chance we can get some skeleton skulls and take on the Wither. The last time I fought the Wither, it did not go so well, so it may be time for revenge. But right now, my goal for this fortress is to, of course, not die and also get some blaze rods. Now, for the blaze rods, I will need to box this one up just because Just because the ghast will ruin it for me. I can't believe I got 2 skulls already. Maybe there's an easier blaze spawner we can check out. Let's get some rods. With looting 3, this won't take very long. In fact, I may already have enough. 15 is plenty. And since I do have 2 skulls, before I leave, I'll get the 3rd. Glowstone. I really need this because I don't have any coal for torches. A diamond and 3 more. 2 wither skeletons. Go down easy. 2 more diamonds. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, yes! I say okay after I take them down to give myself a sound cue whenever I'm editing. That way I can do the before I can head back home. I just need to get some ender pearls. And with looting 3, those won't take long at all, assuming I find a warped forest pretty soon. Okay, that's not my fault. I think the only ones that'll be mad at me are the piglins that are in the area. So I think I can safely continue. I'm not wearing any gold, but let's not forget, I'm a warped forest. It's only a few trees. And then it turns into a basalt. Gosh darn it. Really? No! Yay! Let's hope it's not just this. Honestly, with my armor, I don't think I need to box up. The wither skeletons gave me 36 coal, which normally wouldn't really matter, but it does. This is it for the warped forest. That's so unlucky. All of that lava is from 1 block. There's more warped forest up top. Whoa, what is that? A music disc? Really? He's doing this on purpose. What? Maybe I should have a safety hole just in case, especially if I'm gonna look at multiple at once. 21 ender pearls is plenty. Let's go back to our raft. That scared me. That was a very successful trip. Let's grab 1 moss block and replace this. Now to make it green up top. Dirt that has another block on it won't turn into moss. So what I can do for spots like this is just gather some extra moss and replace it. Underneath this, there's just a bunch of empty space and a lot of extra dirt that I can grab. Now what I'll do with this dirt is turn it into moss. But unlike the previous moss, this will be some that I collect and fill in these pockets. The ceiling underneath will be slabs, and how I'm going to do the lighting is with glowstone. This room underneath is for storage. The first hostile mob has spawned on our raft. I don't have Bo's MC on me. My current setup is so bad. And really quick, I will be adding in some support. There we go. I even did something with the water and stripped this wood. I forgot that I could do that. Now to get some chests in here. This fishing rod is where it all began. If anyone needs any fish, please come to me. I'm starting my own business. Bamboo. I have even more fish I didn't know about. I'll be giving myself some more space on this raft by actually building out this corner. I can't waste any of this calcite. It's too rare of a block. This bamboo border path can even go. Now I can just fill it with dirt and I have more than enough bone meal to make it moss. I envision a pretty tall structure going here, and in order for the proportions to not be so off, I needed some additional space. I won't go through with the path until I have the build. I have so many extra greenery blocks, but I'm going to wait on that until I have all these builds. I'm also getting pretty tired of eating all this fish, so it's finally time to farm. Unless I somehow lose everything I have, I won't need all these diamonds, so I will craft a diamond hoe. I have some space right next to my house for the wheat and potatoes. I can even wrap it around my house. Of course, these moss blocks will be replaced with dirt, and of course, I don't have enough. Fortunately, I don't need much. Look at our beautiful raft. Soon I'll make even more additions to the outer border. We now have some space for 3 stacks of crops, and you don't have anything for me. I'm sorry. I am all out of stone. That being said, it's time to go gather some more. I have 2.5 stacks of torches and a stack of lanterns. I don't think I'll need as much cobblestone as deep slate, so I'm probably only going to mine about 10 stacks, maybe 15 to be on the safe side. I can even use this diorite in place of calcite. Just like before, anytime I come across dirt down here, I will take it, just because it's so much faster than mining underwater when you don't have respiration or aqua affinity, and coal isn't as much of a need just because we found all those wither skeletons, but I will still take whatever I find. Before I head back down, I will fix up my pick. I like mining deep slate in tunnels like this, that way once it gets long enough, you're able to just go on the side and walk forward like this. And if you have efficiency 5, what you can do is insta-mine, which is an enchantment that I can get. Voila, there we go. I may have just found a spawner. Never mind. Hey, go find your own mine shaft. I should have more than enough stone to last me this final quarter of the 100 days. I may even have enough wood. If I had enough emeralds, I could have gotten a cherry sapling. I have a bunch of bone meal. I don't necessarily need to wait for my crops to grow. Before I go take on the ender dragon, I'll build something small for our nether. It'll probably be the only build I use cobblestone for, at least primarily. The base of it will be out of stripped bamboo, as well as the corners, and it's not going to be too tall. Some cobblestone stairs for the outline of the roof, and this will be one of those roofs that kind of turn outwards in the center. It is an even number because of the nether portal, which I usually try to go for odd numbers. We shall see how it fits. I think it's pretty solid, and to connect it, I can just go with something like that. I'm out of glass, so I'll quickly collect some sand, and the walls won't be regular bamboo, they'll be this one. 76 days in, and the nether portal has its home. Where will we be headed? I don't know which direction the sun rises in Minecraft, because I'm pretty sure it's different from real life. I've made it to the stronghold, and it's in the deep dark? Oh no. Let's find the portal. Ooh, look, there's 2 libraries right next to each other. Let's first grab these books, and then I need to find the portal room quick. Luck of the C3, come on. Come on. Oh my, it looks even worse this way. I'm not going over there. I've never seen a stronghold like this. An apple. It's actually not a terrible find. Now I can have a golden apple when I take on the wither. This is scary. I hope there's not a spawner in here. What? Look at this! A skeleton? What? A skeleton spawner inside a stronghold, inside a deep dark. I've never seen anything like this. I feel like I've searched everywhere. I'm at the point where I'm randomly digging off in different directions just because, like, that might be the only way I could find the portal. And there's been one time in the past where the portal room wasn't even connected to the actual stronghold. I've only had it happen to me once before, but I feel like that just may be the case. No! Oh no. He can't get in here though, right? He spawned. But I'm safe. There's no way. Please leave me alone. I think he's gone. Oh my gosh. Look at this. This is where I dug in from. I immediately went down there, over there, but all I had to do was walk this way and go down this staircase. There's the spawner, or the portal. And before I go into the end, I'm hopping into a duplicate of the world because I want to see what this world looks like. And more accurately, the deep dark. This is the largest one I've ever seen. And it's connected to the stronghold. And there's a mine shaft in the mix. It's time to take on the ender dragon. I have no golden apples, which is something I always bring with me, but my gear is way better than it usually is. I hear the dragon flying, but I do not see the health bar. After getting the skulls, I did want to face the wither before I fought the ender dragon, but because the wither is much stronger, I thought it made more sense to do it in this order. Ow. I have feather falling 4, so if I do fail a water clutch, I should be good. Get ready, cover your ears. Yep. That scream never gets old. There's no way it's meant to sound like that, right? Let's finish this with Bosom C. The real challenge will come once I take on the wither. Oh no, there's still 1 pillar. It's okay. Oh, it really is okay. 79 days in, and I have defeated the ender dragon. This is the first time I'm seeing our raft from this angle. Onto the tower for this raft. I don't have as much space as I thought I did, especially for the shape that I'm aiming for. I'm going to mix in bamboo, regular bamboo, and I even want to texture it with some stripped bamboo. And the detailing blocks will be out of deep slate tiles. And I should really try to get the detailing done as I build up. That'll make it easier to manage as I go. Overall, I think I want the build to be around 30 to 40 blocks tall, and the deep slate in the corners will carry all the way up until I hit maybe the 6th block. Of course, here and there, I can just throw in some bamboo like this and do that. And now that I'm 6 blocks up, as I continue, this will be regular wood. Every 3rd block up, I'll place a wall and 2 slabs. And now that it's close to being about as tall as I want for the corners, I'm going back to the polished deep slate. The roof has a tile outline and will be up 2 layers. Windows are the final step to the structure. The inside of this build will have to be shortened just because I don't have enough books to go all the way up. This is the enchantment library. There's no high level enchants, but I'm not upset with that just because my armor's already pretty good, as well as my tools, and I have so many extra books. I really should have gathered more when I was at the stronghold. Day 86 is coming to an end, and it's time to take on the wither. I forgot to grab soul sand while I was in the nether, so let's head back. Oh, I don't have any arrows. I was running back to gather it from the nether fortress, but I don't even need to do that. The most recent time I fought the wither was in the Xbox 360 edition video, and that did not go well, but at the same time, it wasn't too bad. Now, just before that, I fought the wither in the deserted island video, and that was awful. I didn't want to fight it on my island, so I fought it in the nether, and there were a lot of comments saying I could have brought the wither down to a cave. That's what I'm doing today. I will gather a bunch of torches, so lighting isn't an issue. I'm also going to set my spawn while I'm down here, and I don't really think I have much of a chance. Only because of the wither effect, and I don't have any way to get rid of it. There's another geode. Now, I could dig a small tunnel and cheese the fight, but if I did that, there would be no reason to even fight the wither. So the battle will take place in this cave where the wither has a fair shot. Lighting it up is good to prevent the monsters from spawning, but also I just want to be able to see a baby axolotl. I'd obviously love to win without dying, but I don't know how realistic that is. The final step before this fight will be to gather some blocks. We're on hard difficulty, I have my spawn set, and the key to victory is movement. Oh no. Oh no, I missed. No, I already got hit by the wither. It's over. It's over. I already lost. The wither effect is just too I don't have any way to get rid of this effect. And it's somehow hitting me as I'm running. I'm pretty sure the blue one is the only one that doesn't give the wither effect. Let's just keep moving. Unfortunately, you heal super slow in Bedrock Edition. Okay, well, that was a good first try. Now I don't... Yeah, take two, let's not get withered. I didn't get my sword or my bow. I think one of the wither's fireballs destroyed it. My only two weapons are gone. I have to go back home and craft another sword and bow. It's trapped. If I had my bow. Ow! I threw out so many additional good bows just because I had bows MC, so I didn't think I would need them. I did keep one, and that's exactly what I need. Plus, I have a sharpness 4 book for my sword, a protection 3 book I can put on some helmets or boots, and projectile protection. I'm 1 diamond short from having what I need. That dang ho. I did not think it would come back to bite me. I'll just have some iron boots instead. Sharpness 4 sword, only 2 levels to fix it up, and then I need 3 for the helmet and 6 for the boots. If the wither traps itself, that's okay. I thought it was going to be stuck in the water. How am I supposed to defeat the wither without milk? I didn't set my spawn. I don't want to spawn all the way up there again. I'm going to have to run all the way back. Maybe not. Maybe yeah. I really thought the wither would trap itself. Yes! The cave is saving me! I just need to find the right angles. Yes, and the cave is really slowing it down. Oh gosh! Maybe once I get withered, I just run into a hole and wait for the effect to wear out. It lasts so long. It's barely possible to survive getting hit once. Ah! What? Don't get withered. I'm dead. What was that? What was that sound? How did I get a wither rose? There aren't any flowers down here. All right, I'm dead. I have to get my food and then get my loot. Yes. Yes, this is working. Avoid the hits and move in. Ow. I have to retreat once I get touched. It looks like my bow could... Where's my bow? 12 seconds. Oh, it's over. If I can bring it here, there won't be enough space for it to fly up. The final stand. Yes. Oh my gosh. Dang it, I got withered. I have to go in now. I'm so close. No. 2 hearts. Yes. I'm dead. But I've defeated the wither. I'm never fighting the wither again without access to milk. Where's all my... Oh no, everything's gone. I think I died before the wither's final explosion and it took my loot with it. I've won, but at what cost? The last 9 days will be all about finishing touches on this raft. I did defeat the wither, but with that many deaths and losing my loot, I don't feel like I've won. I have finished far too many videos just like this, clawing my way to 100 days. My mic was messed up for 10 to 15 minutes of this video. I hope it wasn't too noticeable. One thing that I didn't get to that I wanted to was improving this farming situation. This has been 100 days stranded on a raft in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. I really don't have much to say. I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed most of it. The wither fight, yeah. And the fishing at the beginning, just thinking about it is bringing me back.